Subtracting matrices. We're going to look at the conditions for subtracting matrices, and then we're going to go ahead and subtract matrices. So to subtract matrices, we want to make sure that they are the same size, which means they have the same rows, the same number of rows and columns, and then we're going to subtract the numbers in the same position in each of the matrices, going from the left to the right. Let's go ahead and subtract some matrices. So the first thing we're going to look at is the number of rows and columns. So here we have 2 rows by 2 columns in this one, 2 rows by 2 columns. So these are two candidates. These matrices are candidates for subtraction. So let's go ahead and walk through it. So we're saying we're going to subtract in the numbers in each of in the same position in each matrix. So we have minus 2 minus 4, 7 minus 9, 5 minus 6, and 8 minus 1. So this is going to get us minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6, 7 minus 9 is minus 2, 5 minus 6 is 5 plus 6, so that's 11. 8 minus 1 is 7. Now let's look at these matrices here. We have number of rows. We have 3 rows by 2 columns here, and then we have 3 rows by 2 columns, so we can actually subtract these matrices. So we have minus 2 minus 4, 7 minus 9, 4 minus 0, minus 11 minus 5, 5 minus 6, 8 minus 1. So that's going to get us minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6, 7 minus 9 is minus 2, 4 minus 0, we have 4, minus 11 minus 5 is minus 11 plus 5, which is minus 6. 8 minus 1, we have 7. 5 minus 6 is 5 plus 6. We have 11. Now we're going to look at 3 matrices. So let's look at the number of rows and columns. We have here, the first one, we have 3 rows by 2 columns. Here we also have 3 rows by 2 columns, and then 3 rows by 2 columns. So we can actually subtract each of these matrices. So let's look at, we have minus 2, minus 4, minus 3, 7, minus 9, minus 9. Then we have 4 minus 0, minus 4, minus 11, minus 5, minus 2, 5 minus 6, minus 6, 8 minus 1, minus 2. So let's go ahead and simplify. Minus 2 minus 4, that's minus 6 minus 3. We have minus 9. 7 minus 9, minus 2 minus 9, minus 11. 4 minus 0, which is 4 minus 4, that gives us 8. 11 minus 5, that's going to give us minus 6 minus 2, minus 8. 5 minus 6, 11 minus 6, 17. 8 minus 1, 7 minus 2, 9. Now we're going to look at this last example. Here we have 3 rows by 2 columns. We have 3 rows by 2 columns, and then we have 3 rows by 3 columns. So what that means to us is that we can only subtract the first 2, and then we cannot subtract the third one. from the result of the first two. So here's how we're going to go about it. Going to pull up two matrices here. Here in the final matrix, we're just going to repeat the values, and then we're going to go through the subtraction of the first two. Minus 2 minus 4, 7 minus 9, 4 minus 0, minus 11 minus minus 5, 5 minus minus 6, 8 minus 1. So now we simplify. Minus 2 minus 4, that's going to give us minus 6, 7 minus 9 minus 2, 4 minus 0 is 4, minus 11 minus minus 5, that's going to give us minus 6, 5 minus minus 6 is going to give us 11, 8 minus 1, 7, and then we repeat this last matrix here. 3, 9, 4, minus 4, 2, 3, minus 6, minus 2, 1. So these are the steps you take while you're trying to subtract matrices.